Good evening, everyone. My name is Danielle Shovlin. I'm a representative with Nike, and I specialize in our line of running shoes. I'm probably the only Nike representative you will ever hear say, don't just do it. And what I mean by this is don't just go out and buy a pair of Nike running shoes based on what they look like. I'm going to go over a couple simple things you can do to make your running experience a lot more enjoyable and a lot more effective. I'm no physical therapist or orthopedic surgeon, but I did play soccer in college, and back then I was just concerned about my cleats. But then later, when I was done with college and I had nothing else to do, I took up running as my major hobby. Unfortunately, when I'd get back from a long run, my ankles would hurt, my knees would be throbbing, my hips would be popping, and so would my back, and it was just not a great experience. But after just doing a little bit of research, I realized I was just wearing the wrong shoe. Everybody today is very concerned with diet and exercise. So, in order to make your exercise routine better, you just need to customize it a little bit to your own personal lifestyle and your own body type. First, I'm going to go over the different types of feet that there are. Please ignore that for 1 second. Typically, when you run, most people do put their heel on the ground first and follow through with a smooth motion ending on the toe. A neutral runner will not sway back and forth. They'll distribute their weight evenly from left to right. Here you see an underpronator, where the weight tends to fall here. And at this time, I'm also going to go, I don't want to do that, sorry. I also want to go over a simple thing that you can do to figure out what kind of shoe you should be wearing. You can take an old running shoe. If you don't run, you can look at a walking shoe and just see where the wear and tear is. If you're an underpronator, it'll happen here. If you're a neutral runner, it will be very even. And if you're an overpronator, which I'm going to discuss in a minute, it'll be more in here and on the inside of the foot. Okay, keep skipping, I apologize. Okay. Now, overpronating, you'll see that the ankle comes in and a lot of pressure is put on your...
Just put
this isn't my thing. Okay, sorry. A lot of pressure is put on the front, I'm not even touching it.
Yeah, just put it down.
Okay.
Just put it down.
Okay. A lot of pressure is put on your toe here. Oh, because I'm touching
You're touching
this.
it. That's it.
Okay. Okay. I'm not going to touch anything now. Okay. A lot of pressure goes on your toe here, and you're at risk for really hurting your ankle. So I'd also like to share a little side note. My sister was actually in the market for a new pair of running shoes. She was using New Balance before. It's a major competitor of Nike, and she has been considering either Nike, Asics, or Brooks. Now, she's just interested in running recreationally, no 5Ks, no racing or anything like that. So I do think that Nike is probably the best option for her because it's very cushiony. I know Asics tend to be a little more firm, and Brooks actually do offer a gel in the shoe that is called DNA that tends to harden when you accelerate. But since she's just running at a steady pace, I did recommend Nike. When I asked her what kind of foot she had, she looked at me like I was crazy, and she said that they're not webbed, they're just normal feet or whatever, and that was it. She really had no idea about neutral running, underpronating, or overpronating, so I did a simple test on her. Now, to do this test, you only need 3 things, well, maybe 4. You need a plastic bag, you need a paper towel, well, a couple paper towels, water, and a brown paper bag from like ShopRite. Cardboard will work, but it's not the best. You wet the paper towel, you place it on the plastic bag as to not make a mess, and then you just simply stand on it evenly to distribute your weight so that your foot is just taking up some water. Then you want to just shake it off a little bit so it's not drenched, and then step onto the brown bag so that you get a good imprint of your foot, but not a saturated one. Then you're going to pick this up and you're going to look at it. If it's even like this, well, I'm not the best artist, but if it looks something like that, I'm not going to draw it on top of it, but if it's something like that, you're a neutral runner. If it looks more like this, well, that looks like kind of like a ribeye or something, but along those lines, you're an underpronator, and if you're really putting a lot of weight toward the center, that's even worse, but you get the idea. You're an overpronator. So, this is what she was wearing before. She turned out to be a neutral runner, but she was wearing a stability shoe, which is typically for overpronators. It's a block. I think for fashion purposes now, they don't have a gray block anymore, but it used to be right here. And depending on the degree of your overpronation, it would be either longer or farther back or whatever. But that's why she was not enjoying running, because she, she had a neutral foot. She didn't need all that support. Okay, for neutral runners, this is the shoe that I wear. This is the Nike Vomero. It's very lightweight. It's very comfortable. I love it. It does come in different colors. This particular one is the men's shoe. The Pegasus is very, very similar to the Vomero. I believe it's a little bit less expensive. The Air Max is also another neutral shoe. It's probably the most visually appealing, but I think it's probably better for just runners who are walking or going to the mall or whatever. For underpronators, they should also be looking at neutral shoes, because unfortunately there is no way to kind of correct underpronating without causing overpronating. Stability shoes are for overpronation. This block that I talked about before may not be seen on these shoes, but there's a lot of cushion there to correct the ankle problem from caving in. Okay, that's cute, I thought. Okay, now Nike does offer all their shoes in a variety of colors. However, they will customize them on the website. And in light of Cyber Monday, I did want to warn everybody that there have been major problems. I was actually a victim in the past of getting knockoff Nikes. Just be careful of that. And now just do it. And good luck running. Any questions?